Hi, I'm QDC. So this is going to be my April 2017 update on my Humvee diorama. And so today I'm going to show you my summary of what I've built so far, and which is basically two kits. One is Master Box's Man Down, and the other one is Iraq kit number 2. So let me go ahead and tell you the summary of what I've done with these two kits today. Alright, so let's talk about building the figures. So here are some slides of the figures that I've been building. As you can see on the first slide, the second slide, the third slide, and the fourth slide, they're actually pretty good figures for the money. They're highly detailed, and you really do get a nice set of figures for the price that you pay. Highly recommended. Now, the figure of the seated soldier inside the Humvee had to be altered. In this particular slide, I had to cut on the knee joint in order for me to actually have the figure fit inside the Humvee. And so, in this slide, you get to see the figure really inside the Humvee, and it fits perfectly. So again, this is very nice figures, and I recommend them. Here's a slide of the painting process for the figures. Now in this slide, I started painting the figures with the face first. And if you take a very careful look at the face, it has highlights and shadows. And the best way for me to tell you how I actually painted the face with those highlights and shadows is for me to show you a painting from a famous painter. Right now, you're looking at a slide of David and Goliath from the biblical story of David and Goliath, and the painter is Caravaggio, very famous painter for those of you who are into art history. If you look at the face of David, the arrows that's pointing to your right are pointing at the shadows, and there are numerous shadows on his face. And I simply imitated those shadows onto my figure. In this slide, you see arrows pointing to your left. And those left arrows are pointing at the highlights. And I basically painted highlights on my figure where I think there's going to be highlights, like on this particular painting. Now, for those of you who are art historians or art buffs, really, this is a very interesting painting from Caravaggio. If you look at Goliath, the head of Goliath right there, for those of you who are art history buffs, you notice that Goliath has a very striking similarity to the head of Caravaggio himself. And that's because during this time, Caravaggio was, at least in my opinion, was going paranoid. He was obsessed with death. And so in this painting, I think he just wanted to paint himself being beheaded. Let's talk about the uniform for the soldiers. Right now you're looking at the slide of a completed picture of the gunner. And as you could well see, the camouflage on the uniform looks okay. And in order for me to actually make it, I have to show you a picture of a real uniform of a soldier in the field. So in this slide, you see a soldier with a whole bunch of kids, and actually I really like this picture, it's really cute, in Afghanistan. And if you notice the soldier's uniform, it's fairly complicated. You notice that there's a lot of different colors, about 3 colors, and the position of the camouflage pattern is so complicated that it really he really blends into the surrounding environment fairly easily, and that's the entire purpose of the camouflage uniform, of course. So it's fairly complicated to actually imitate onto a figure that's no more than about 2 inches tall. Now, there's a lot of techniques to actually do a camouflage pattern this is how I did it, how I settled on painting my figure. So in this slide, you see a brush and a piece of paper, and I'm going to use that to demonstrate as an example how I actually put on the camouflage paint for the uniform. So in this slide, you see a picture of a brush, and basically the brush is a very stiff brush, and on the tip of the stiff brush I put black paint on there to have you see how this technique is going to work. So what I've done was I basically just swished a very light, almost a dry brush technique on the paper right there, and that has made a very convincing camouflage pattern. So how I did that onto the figure is that I just used various paint colors to actually make the actual figure itself, to make it look like the way it is. So for my next project, I'm going to go do this particular model kit, and this is from my company, for lack of better words, it's a mom and pop model kit company called Diorama Plus. I found this company on eBay, and they had a very interesting diorama kit called Baghdad Breakdown, and so I bought the kit, and I haven't built it yet, of course, but it looks very interesting. So I'm actually excited to see how this particular kit turns out. And this is going to be the background of the Humvee diorama. So, as always, don't rely on this video alone to build your own model kits. I wish that you would always visit watch other videos and do your own. Oh geez, I don't know what to say, man. Dude, just go and build your own model kits. Build it. I'm tired of saying all the speeches here. Build it. Enjoy it, because this is all about you, not me. When I build these model kits that I've always been building all these years and put them on YouTube, it's not to glorify myself. Honestly, folks, I'm not trying to glorify myself whatsoever. I've always been trying to encourage you to build your own model kits. It's a community service that I have been doing for a number of years. I enjoy it, but in reality, these videos that I personally bring out, it's all about you. So, build a kit. Enjoy yourself. So, you're going to see a video of of all the figures that I made so far for this diorama. I'm QDC, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.